Good morning. This is Robert Brown from Developmet Realty. My number is 616-528-0736. Today I'm here with Scott Reilly from Mortgage One. He's a lender that I've done business with over a number of years, and he has a program that is going to be both beneficial to both buyers and sellers. So I thought that today would be a great time to put a video together and bring it out to my readership. So Scott, take it away.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity, Robert. I want to talk about two specific things. Number one, MSHDA, the Michigan State Housing Development Authority, is creating a brand new program. It's going to roll out somewhere in the neighborhood of the next 30 days. What that is a $25,000 down payment assistance loan, and that is for first-generation buyers. So instead of their $10,000 down payment assistance program, they're actually going to get $25,000.
Let me ask you a question, Scott. Explain what a first-generation buyer is.
We're getting some of the specifics on it. That's going to be to us next week. But what they're looking for is documenting any direct relative has not owned a home before, like mom and dad, grandma and grandpa, to make sure that you're a first-generation home buyer.
Oh, okay.
So it's designed to create this opportunity where it didn't happen before. So it's a great opportunity to make a more equitable situation out in the marketplace.
So if I understand this correctly, first generation, that means this particular buyer will be the first one in their household to have bought a house, and their prior, like their parents or grandparents, have never owned this.
Correct.
Oh, great, thank you.
They're going to get with us on the documentation of that, but it's a great opportunity to create a floor now under that group of people that have never had that opportunity before to create some generational wealth. So the other item we wanted to talk about, so MSHDA did that. They also are enhancing another important series of 3 programs. So the Michigan State Housing Development Authority, MSHDA, what they're doing is they're increasing now their sales price limit. It used to, for the better part of 20 years, be a maximum $224,500, which definitely is still a lot of money, but in our marketplace, from agents trying to find buyers' properties, it's been creating a challenge. So by increasing the sales price limit to $510,000, it opens up a whole new set of opportunities for buyers. Now, what I mean by buyers is someone who has not owned a home in the last 3 years. So maybe it's someone that owned a home 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago, maybe in another state, they moved here, they've rented. So you don't necessarily have to be a first-time home buyer. In addition, what it does is if you purchase in a targeted area, which is the city of Grand Rapids, city of Kentwood, city of Wyoming, that prior home ownership of 3 years is waived. So you could have an existing home that maybe you sold Mr. and Mrs. Smith a home 6 years ago in the city of Grand Rapids, and they want to move to Kentwood. They can now access MSHDA's low interest rate program, which is in the very low 6s right now. So it takes off that handcuff of where we were interest rates for 7% or so for sellers getting focused on that. Also, it gives the opportunity to do a down payment assistance again, or the tax credit program again. So this is for buyers and sellers. If you're a seller waiting for rates to come down, well, we have an answer for that. If you're a buyer that just hasn't found what they needed below $224,500, we've got that. Now that program looks like it's going to be fully rolled out somewhere between the 1st of April and we're thinking mid-April. There's some programs and processes that MSHDA has to update in the system, and then that's going to roll out, and it's going to be incredibly beneficial both to buyers and sellers. The key there is working with an agent and a lender that are extremely knowledgeable on this program. Mortgage One, we happen to be the #1 lender 12 years in a row on these programs, and I've done them for 25 to 30 years now. Robert has helped buyers for 25, 30 plus years with these programs. So we've got answers for you is the main thing.
Well, great. Hopefully, as we're starting to approach spring of 2025. So hopefully there'll be more inventory, and hopefully they'll have one of the terms that they're offering to purchase this home, they'll actually put MSHDA terms on there so it can open up a whole nother wide range of new buyers coming into the market, and hopefully there'll be something for them to buy. So looking forward to this market that's coming up, And Scott, I want to thank you for taking the time to explain that Mr. program for me, because sometimes it can be a little confusing for people, and sometimes it can be confusing for realtors. So I want to thank you for taking the time to somewhat break it down for us.
We appreciate it. The big thing there is, remember, this is a benefit to buyers and potential sellers out there. So if you're sellers, get with Robert, because this program could answer the challenge that you've been looking at.
So Scott, if somebody had any questions concerning this more in depth, how would they get in contact with you?
So you can reach me on my cell phone. It's pretty much on all the time, 616-293-2189. You can follow my market updates every day at the Market Update Desk on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
Well, I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to this video today. Again, my name is Robert Brown from Developmet Realty, and you can reach out to me at any time at 616-528-0736. You can call or text. I want to thank you for taking the time. Have a great day.